Good morning. I'm going to try to get this adjusted a little bit and see if this starts working. Hello, hello. Let's see if this turns on. Good morning. Oh, let me do this. Hi, everyone. Happy release day. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. It's awesome to see some of you guys here. Hey, Lindsay. Sending you lots of love, Lindsay. And I like the sunflower. Perfect. For the month of November. How is everyone's week going? Let me know. Hey, Diana. Hi, Michelle. So good to see you guys. This is my second cup of coffee this morning. It's one of those mornings. It probably won't be my last cup of coffee today. Corby, hello. Good to see you guys. I am still enjoying all things pumpkin spice, so pumpkin spice coffee and creamer. And who has tried the cold foam? I've been doing cold foam, which is basically whipped cream, like let's be honest. Basically just putting whipped cream into my coffee, and I'm here for it. I'm here for the cold foam. I don't care with the calories. It's melted now, but it's lovely. Hi, Lori. Good to see you all. Well, I just wanted to pop on here. It's been a hot second since I've been live on YouTube. Now, I've been live over on Patreon throughout this whole crazy few months when my family moved. If you missed it, we moved from Virginia to Texas, and now the kids and I are in Texas getting settled. Good morning, London. And my husband is still in Virginia as he finishes up his military career. So it has been a huge blessing to be here for sure, and it's still a bit of a time of trial for us because being separated is hard like that. So I'm doing my best to get things in the business up and moving again and kind of find my mojo, and I just thought it'd be fun to pop on here on YouTube this morning and talk to you guys about the new release. Hello, hello. So let's grab your cup of coffee. Mine is still very warm, which is very impressive because the number of times I have to reheat a cup of coffee is extreme. So I'm going to take a little sip, and then we're going to get to talking about the new release today. This release is definitely heavy on the decorative side because I wanted to go ahead. Hey, Carol. I wanted to go ahead and release Christmas. I had so many messages, you guys, about are you releasing Christmas? Because it felt like all of Planner World was releasing all of their Christmas things in September, basically. And so people were asking, are you going to have Christmas? Should we buy more, should we buy Christmas from someone else? Which I totally understand because it feels like if you don't buy it when it's released, you might miss it. So I did try to message and let people know I was going to have Christmas, and that's actually, let's start with that. So we have two Christmas options, and let's see, I'm going to get organized here, you guys. I'm always organized on YouTube videos, and then I get here on live streams, and it's a little bit crazy. Hey, Robin. Good to see you. Okay, so two Christmas options, starting with covers. Remember, for my covers, I do offer them in 3 different sizes. We have the tall size, which is the smaller size that works with mini size planners. Then we have the grande size, which is what you see here, that works with classic size planners. And then you have the venti size, which works with big planners. Hey, Janet, good to see you. So it's really important to me to offer things in multiple sizes. And because that has been kind of one of the pillars of why I even started selling product, it has changed the way I order product, create product, how much product I keep on hand, it would be so much easier to just do one size. It would be easier to invest. It would be easier to have product created overseas and brought here if I just stuck with one size. But because it's really important to me, because I know so many people prefer the different size planners, I wanted them to have just as much opportunity, because I remember it being really frustrating when I was on the Happy Planner Squad when you would fall in love with a layout or a cover and then it didn't come in the size planner that you like to use. I always found that frustrating. So I wanted to offer all 3 sizes. So everything available in all the sizes. Here's the Christmas covers. I have 2 options. First is the Nativity cover. This was so highly requested, you guys, and it was so great to get to do it. I don't know that we've seen a religious Christmas cover in the past. I haven't. I'm sure there are some beautiful options on Etsy, but I love this, especially I currently have this on my faith planner. As I start to kind of think and get ready for Advent season, I opted to go ahead and switch it over to the Nativity cover. I just think it's a wonderful thing. In this Christmas season, there's so much to distract, so much to catch your attention, and it's nice to have some little reminders. So here's the Nativity cover. Let me tell you the thoughts. First of all, we have the family. It's kind of the classic nativity scene right here. I loved the painterly look to this. I just think it's absolutely beautiful. And then we have the inside. So here on the front inside cover, you have the wise men. I think they are, first of all, I think the camels are adorable. I just do. And I love the ornateness of the stars. That is absolutely one of my favorite parts. And then on the other back inside cover is Mary and baby Jesus. And then on the back, you have the angels and the stars. Now, here's why I designed it the way I did for this cover. I wanted you to have the option of having the whole family on the front, or I know some people prefer to focus here. So that way, this is what I imagined as the front, but if you want to switch it up and have Mary on the front, that works totally fine. And then your planner kind of looks like this. So it works either way. You can choose on your own. I just think it's so pretty. So pretty. And then the dashboard. So here's the question I get all the time. What are the dashboards for? I use them as dividers. I actually use them behind my frosted dividers. I know that the frosted dividers are out of stock. I'm trying my best. Like I said, because I offer things in multiple sizes, it's really hard to get things in bulk, and I'm doing my best to restock those. So just keep checking back. I really do hope those are going to come back by the end of November. The dashboards, I put them behind, let me just show you on my current planner. This is a decorated dashboard, but see, I use the frosted dividers and then I put the dashboard behind it as decoration. So I think that works really well. You can also just add tabs. So you could cut out your own tabs. You could use those plastic tabs that have adhesive. You could add tabs on this. You can also just use these for decorating in your planner, just for adding fun pages, maybe even memory keeping. Like think of them like scrapbook paper, and you want to do a little memory keeping on them, that would be beautiful as well. So the dashboards are double-sided. You get 6 to a pack, and it's the same on the front and back for these dashboards. You have the angels, the camels. The camels just make me laugh. It's one of those things. I just think they are hilarious. I think camel in and of itself is hilarious, and oh, I love these angels. Look at that hair. So cute. And then the stars. Now I struggled. I almost did the cover with just the stars because I was so obsessed with them, but it didn't, I don't know, it didn't give me enough of the nativity in that case. So I switched it out. And then we have the wise men. So pretty. So that is the nativity set. This one, like I said, was super highly requested, and they're going fast. I wish I could show you the stack of covers. I started working yesterday, starting to I make the covers. I order really nice specialty paper, and then I create the covers. And the stack of covers that I have to make for my first round of Patreon pre-orders is immense. And so the covers are coming, and they're going fast. So the nativity cover, loving that set. So we have that option, and then I wanted to come up with, I love a seasonal cover. Is anyone else do seasonal? Do you love the seasonal feel? I love a seasonal cover, and I have really loved my whole time that I've been a planner. I love changing up my covers. I think it makes it feel like a brand new planner. I think for like $10, you can change out your cover, and it just makes a big difference. And so I like having covers with different seasons and different themes. And I wanted to create another kind of Christmas cover, but really more of a winter feel that could go past Christmas if you wanted to use it for into January and February. I know, right, Lindsay? I love a seasonal. I love the seasonal. I like for it to match, just like I like to change the decorations in my house. I'm here for all things seasonal. So I was looking for something different that still, hinted at Christmas, but felt wintry, and then had a twist, because when I'm designing covers, I want it to have that Scrappy Wife twist. You know what I mean? Like something a little bit different. Mixed media is my jam. It's something I love. And so that's what I went with. This is winter mixed media. How dreamy is this little town? Is this not like a Hallmark Christmas? I don't know. I dig it. I love this so much. And with the big moon and like the background, this is my jam. For this planner cover, the insides are the same, both edges. I love the trees. Again, it's like hinting at Christmas, you know what I mean? But it's not all the way there. And on the back, it's more of the village continued in the snow. So the planner doesn't scream Christmas, but it definitely has the winter twist to it, which I am digging. And I think is so fun. And it's something about the mixed media makes me super happy. I love it, love it, love it. So that is winter mixed media cover. And then the dashboards for winter mixed media, let me open these up. Now these go a little bit more towards Christmas, because I think once you put the star on top of the tree, it's a Christmas tree. You know what I mean? It just feels like a Christmas tree. Although I'd love to hear from you. I've talked to my patrons about this. I know several people that keep their Christmas tree up all year long, and they just change out the decorations seasonally. Like they put up, Easter eggs on it, and they put up fun flip-flops, and they change it for the year. And I don't think that's a terrible idea, because something about a Christmas tree brings joy. And if you're going to change it seasonally, I think that's fun to do. So, okay. Let's check out these dashboards. You have the first one, kind of more neutral, same on the front and back. Look at this Santa. Like, are you kidding me? He is so cute. Love him. Love him, love him. He's adorable. Then we have, this just reminds me of buttons. I feel like, have you guys seen the button trees with a star on top? So pretty. Oh, yeah, Teresa's saying she wanted to try it. So she wanted to try doing the seasonal tree. I know that would be the problem, is keeping up with it. And then it's like out. So you really do have to keep up with it. Once you had all the decorations though, if it were simple, maybe. Michelle is asking, Michelle, the order is now open to the public. So you can go order right now and over at ScrappyWife.com. And if you are looking for your your discount code for Patreon, scroll back in the feed to November the 1st, and that's when the Patreon discount code was posted. So yes, anyone can order right now. And then this one was my favorite. This one was the other one I was considering for the cover, but I just opted to go a little bit more whimsy holiday town instead of straight up Christmas. So loving, loving, loving this. I actually am very much looking forward to switching out my stuff for December, but I'm not going to do that yet because, let me show you. This is my current setup that I am so excited about. This is the Wicked cover. This actually released last year. This is the cover I started 2025 with. I love the Wicked movie. I cannot wait for the next one. I'm here for a good musical. And so I wanted to bring this cover back this month because that's when the new movie is being released at the end of the month. So that's why I went back to Wicked. I am rocking the two new charms. These are planner charms, and I have Emerald City right here, and then of course we have the Ruby Slipper. It is beautiful, and planner charms are so fun. It comes with this big lobster keychain, and it slips right over into your disc through the opening in your disc. Ta-da! Like so. And then it's just a little extra bling, something, something, something. So cute. Okay, so I had the cover already. The charms are new. I'm obsessed, especially with Emerald City. Like, come on, that is so stinking cute. Love the shoes. But I didn't have dashboards that coordinated. So I wanted to create dashboards, and I wanted to make them a little bit more, whether you were going to be Team Elphaba or Team Glinda or Team both. So here are the dashboards that I created to go with Wicked. They are relatively not neutral, but they're simple because obviously I can't have all of the Wicked sayings and things like that on these, but they're very, very neutral. You have beautiful kind of abstract art on here, smoke, and I don't know. I love, love it. So pretty. Look at front and back. So the idea being that you could choose all green, you could choose all pink like that, or you could flip back and forth, have one green, one pink, one green, one pink like that, and kind of flip it just however you want it to make it work for you. Well, I love these so much, and I actually took them. I did this in a live with my patrons last week. I went on Etsy and I downloaded some artwork for personal use only. That's the thing. You cannot sell other people's artwork unless you have the license for it, which I did not. So this is for personal use only, but I used these as a base, and this is what I'm talking about with dashboards. They're fun to decorate and customize. So let me just give you a quick look. Here is how I decorated my dashboards even more with some pretty artwork. We have the books. This one I had a little issue, so it's going to have an extra shine, but we have my Elphaba one. The letters started coming off, so I had to put sticker paper over the top of them, so it looks a little funky, but Elphaba right there. Here's my Glinda one. So cute. Then we have the guys. And Wicked Changed for Good. And ta-da! How cute are those? If you guys want, I did this whole process for my top 3 tiers on Patreon last week. I'll try to go back and add the Etsy links to this particular video. If you want to see that process, you can head to Patreon to see that. Again, that was for the top 3 tiers. But that's the cool thing about the dashboards, is that you can decorate them and customize them. So that is the Wicked release. Big fan. These were the most popular of the charms that released this time around. I think the ruby red slippers are winning at the moment. I think there's more ruby red slippers in the orders right now. For planner charms, yes, I also did some Christmas ones. So we have the Christmas lights on glitter acrylic. Just cute. And again, like getting a couple to just kind of hang off of each other, off the edge of your planner, on your planner bag. It's just fun to play with these. I have the gold one on my faith planner right now. And then I love stars. And so I'm calling these a Christmas release. I mean, you can use, if you love stars, you can use them at any point. I just like the detail on these. And there's something about a gold star that feels Christmassy to me. So the stars are also available in all of the glitter acrylic colors. So Whew, that was all. Like I said, it was a very decorative, heavy release this time around. Just a ton of covers and dashboards and charms, but I think that's a fun thing to play with this time of year and to get set up for the... Okay, I'm looking at the comments. Oh, Teresa already got the Etsy files. I know, right? I know, Sarah. You are not the only one that submits multiple orders. Trust me. I would like to do, I'll be completely honest, I'd love to do a big reorganization of my website because I do find it a little bit confusing to order, and I'm with you. Some of you have let me know, and I completely understand. It's just whenever you do something like that, it costs money. So I'm actively trying to save and work to make the ordering process a little bit easier so that you don't miss the things that you're wanting to get. So, okay, so all of the decorative things, yes, are here. And then I just wanted to highlight a few of the restocks that came back in that some people have been looking for. Full block layout. This is a month late. I told several of you this would be back in October. It was not. It is now back in the grande size. I use this layout for my work planner. As you can see, you got the days of the week at the top, lots of columns or squares, blocks, I guess that's what we would call it. I usually label these for different categories. This is great. Like I said, I use it for work, and a lot of people use this for fitness. This is a great student layout, a great teacher layout. It just works for so many things. This is a functional layout, and it's great. So the full block layout is back in stock in the grande size. So if you've been looking for that, I would grab one. If it sells out, it's certainly not going to restock before the end of 2025. So if you need this for 2026, I would go ahead and grab it. Then the other two things that restocked are the book lovers insert in the grande size. And this was my take on a book planner, like a reading log, a reading journal, a reading planner. Here's my thought, and I might be wrong. There's people that use planners in all kinds of different ways. Oh, look at that. It's magnetic and stuck to my Apple Watch. I have always been a fan of pulling different inserts and putting them together in one planner. Instead of having 7 different planners going at one time, pulling inserts and bringing them into one planner, which is why I started creating inserts instead of full planners, because I want you to be able to like pick and choose what goes well in your planner. And that's why I created this book lovers insert. I don't envision that you take this whole thing and create a planner with it. I envision that you go through the book lovers insert, you pull what you need at the time to create a reading section in your planner. So you have a book tracker, upcoming releases, different bucket lists for the seasons as far as what you plan to read. Here's a basic reading tracker. Again, you don't need all of these pages at once in your planner. You're just going to pull the ones you need and then you can go back. Same with the book review. So book review, I don't think you need 30 of these in your planner at one time. I think you use the ones that you have and you kind of build on that. That's the thought for this particular insert, is that you're just going to pull and create a smaller section within a main planner. Book tracker, a different book tracker, and reading goals. And I'm giving you several of those because I thought you could use them throughout the year or different months, just depending on how you like to track your reading. And then we have my books to read, kind of a general list, reading challenge, bookish bingo, books I borrowed, important to keep track of. And then, probably most importantly, instead of books I borrowed, books I lent out, so you don't forget where all your books go. Several pages of that. So that book insert has been out of stock for like a hot second, so it is back. I am excited to kind of use this a little bit more in 2026. So that's the book lovers insert. And then the other one that is a little bit similar, this is my guided journal. insert, and I'm big on journaling. We all have different styles. I had people telling me that they weren't sure what to journal. Like, how do you know what to journal? And it's hard to tell someone how to know what to journal. So I created this. It's a really simple layout. You have your date, you mark your mood. There's a prompt. What's something small that made you smile today? That is generally what I was thinking you would write right here. Or you could write it here. Then I think it's always important. Gratitude and then a highlight of the day. Those are fantastic. So there's different prompts. There's 100, well, it's 50 pages double-sided, so 100 different prompts. Like, let's just randomly open it up. What's your favorite childhood memory of being creative? If you had to describe your morning routine in 3 words, what would they be? My hot mess express. That might be mine. What's a simple activity that makes you feel grounded? What's your favorite creative project you've ever worked on? If you had the chance to start a new hobby, what would you choose? It's just different things to help you get in the mode of journaling. So I love these. I think they're fun. I'm considering for 2026, actually, I know I just said I want everything in one planner. I'm considering having a catch-all that is primarily schedule and wellness, and then having what I'm going to call like a hobby planner, and that's going to be like a journal and guided journal, maybe the book inserts, just some of the more like fun inserts. I'm thinking separate. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I'm still toying around with what I'm going to do in 2026, because I think the brainstorming and toying around is kind of one of the most fun parts. So that is, those are back. I had some of the tall sizes restocked in vertical, double monthly. I think I had, I don't remember if it was dot grid or grid. I think all of the filler paper is back in stock, and I'm doing my best to restock. I forgot to mention, you guys, it's the paper. I think anyone that's purchased from me, if you've purchased from me and you're in the comments, let everyone know how great the paper is. The paper is the most beautiful. It is thick. It feels like butter. It works well with all your pens, including fountain pens, work beautifully. The paper's it. That's again another reason why I decided to create my own inserts, is because I am a paper snob and I wanted the paper to be like top notch. And I realized that not everyone in the world is obsessed with the quality of paper in their planner. In fact, probably only a small percentage of us. But I have a feeling if you are watching this channel, then you're one of those people that how the paper feels matters. And that's why I have the paper I have. To be completely honest with you, that's why all my orders come from within the United States. It's from a company that's in Utah and California, I believe, and it's printed here. They cannot do the disc punch. I punch all of these inserts, and I haven't actually farmed that out. I haven't gone to order from somewhere else where I can get them in bulk and have them punched, because I can't match the paper. So for me, it's one of those things, it's really important to me. And so until I can figure out how to match the paper, I'm gonna continue to have them printed with the same company that I print with. And I'm gonna sit here and punch all these inserts and make it work. So that's the story on that, but the paper is it. It's so great. I know I have one arm that's super strong because I do all the punching. All right, you guys, I think that is it. Thanks for hanging out with me. I still have my coffee in my little Luke's Diner mug. I'm almost done watching Gilmore Girls for the umpteenth time. So I'm super excited to finish it, and then super excited to finish my coffee. What I'm gonna go do right now is I am working as feverishly as I can on Patreon orders that started coming in on Saturday. If you haven't ordered yet, or if you know, I would say here's the deal. these are probably going to be okay. If you, in the planner charms, don't go out of stock, so if that's what you're wanting and you need to wait, totally fine. Dashboard's doing fine, I think, on the stock. It's the covers, especially the Christmas covers. If you're wanting either the Nativity cover or the winter mixed media cover, I wouldn't wait. Oh, that's not what I was looking. I wouldn't wait too long on those. They're still in stock. But I totally understand. Not everyone's paycheck is in. Not everyone's paycheck is coming right now. And as a military family, we were holding our breath to see if we would get paid last week. So I completely understand that you gotta like budget out and when you're gonna shop. But that's what I would tell you. I think the covers are the most risky of going out of stock. They will not restock for sure. Everything else, I think you're probably good to wait in the next few days whenever it works for you. So just a heads up. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you have any questions, be sure to reach out to me and I will talk to you all later. As always, keep it creative.